today will be, my name is Yap Sin Min. I'm the CAD application engineer. So thanks for joining our free online lesson today. Our today's topics will be creating a 2D Pikachu using AutoCAD 2023. Right, so without wasting any time, let's just move on. Right, so our learning objective today is to fully utilize the features in AutoCAD while we making the drawing. And if there are any issues during the drawing, like if the dimension is going around, then we'll try to give a solution on how to solve it. Okay, so over here, this will be our drawing dimensions. And later on, you want to try this exercise, you can just screenshot this page and try it on your own using AutoCAD. Now we'll move to the software, AutoCAD 2023. The version I'm using currently is the 2023 version, but if you're using an older version, it's okay. The interface will still look the same. For like this one, drawing and this parametric, I'm going to use some of the geometry constraint and the dimensional constraint to assist in our drawing. Right, so now I'm going to try to start by determining where you're going to start our drawing. In this case, it's better if we start at these 2 points, these 2 circles, because we already have these readings and totally start from these 2 points. All right, so now we can just start a construction line and start at any point in pre-SX for the auto mode, so that it will be always horizontal, and give it a 100. Move on, we are going to create these 2 circles. Okay, so I think my cursor is kind of not very obvious, so I'm going to change my display for a little bit. Display, I'm going to change it to white, so it's going to be obvious. So you guys, there's no need for you guys to do this. I just want to show you which part I'm currently drawing on. Okay, so this one will be clearer a bit. So this is a diameter of 30. So just extend the circles, select center diameter, select the point, then give it the dimension. So this one is simple. Okay, just create like this. Okay, move on. We're going to focus on this bottom part. This bottom part is easy. There's no need to use arc. We can just use this tangent radius because it's going to tangent to these circles. So we select this. And the another one. So what's the radius? The radius is 100. So you just input 100, click enter, and we get this. So there's no need for you to find for the tangent for this line if you use arc. So this is the access line I'm going to use. Okay, so this line we're going to use trimmer. Then just type TR, and automatically select this, then you can trim it. Okay, move on. We're going to continue with the face. Okay, so what's the reading? So it's 22, the height is 22, and then from the middle to the left side is going to 60. So I'm going to divide by 2 just to be 60. Okay, so let's draw a construction line all the way to the top. And then we're going to use offset. So offset it for 60 mm. Which any also can, doesn't matter the unit. Okay, so offset, this is going to be 60, and then from the bottom to the top, going to be 22. Input at 22. So our point somewhere around here is not enough, right? But we just use this feature, this command, we type EX, stand for extend, and it's going to extend all the way. Right, so we already have our point. This part is going to be somewhere around here. So in this case, just use start and radius, this one. So you're going to choose the right arc for you to complete your drawing. Now I have the start point and the end point. I just need to input the radius, which is 30. So my start point, zoom in a bit. The end point, and input my radius, enter. Okay. So this is how you do it. And the other part, no need to redraw it. We just use the mirror function. MI stand for mirror. Select it. First, select your object, enter, and then select your reference line. So this is going to be my reference line. Do you want to erase your source object? Just click no. Okay, so this is the construction line. I don't need anymore. I just delete it. This myself, just delete it in case it's confusing. Okay, move on. I will ignore the eyes and the mouth first. So I think the host. See? Am I not sharing the oh okay. Oh, I shared the wrong one, so I'm sharing the screen. So I just share the another one, share my screen instead of the software. Okay, it's lagging. So my layout is white color because I changed my internet connection to unstable. So I changed my display just now, so you guys doesn't need to change it. So actually I start my drawing at these 2 points because everything's in point, and we just draw it, give it 100. And then continue with the diameter. So just I'm going to, so what's the diameter again? So diameter is 30. So sorry for the mistake just now. I just redraw it. Okay, so now we're going to create the bottom part of the Pikachu. So we just select this. It'll be better if we use this one, tangent radius instead of arc. So this one is much more easier. You select on the first circle, second circle, and input the radius 100. Okay, and this the other line, just use trimmer, then TR, just trimming it. Okay, move on. We will do at this part the box left. So you need to determine where is the point. It's going to be 60 from the middle to that and 22. So for easier, I could use this one. Okay. From the middle, it's going to be a 60, and to the next one, 22. Now I'm going to choose the art I'm going to use to draw this part. You're going to choose the start and radius because I have my start point and my ending point, and I just need to input my radius. Radius is going to be 30. Okay, so this rectangle not going to use it, just delete it. And the right side, just use the mirror function. Oh, I need to create one reference line in the middle. Okay, so type MI for mirror, select it, select object, enter, then select your reference line. No. Okay, so move on. I'm going to draw the head of the Pikachu. The eyes and the mouth, we're going to do it at the last step. Okay. So the Pikachu's head is going to be 101 from this circle to the top. 101. We're going to use offset. Input 101. Select this line. Offset it to the top. Okay. And now this is a circle. It's a circle with a radius of 80. So I'm going to create a circle with a radius of 80 somewhere around here. And then I'm going to select this and then use the command M. I'm going to use the command M and move these circles to here. So if this thing is not moving with my cursor because I have the auto mode on, simply press on the F8, you off the auto mode. So you just input it here. So I basically have the head of Pikachu. Now we move the a bit tricky part. If you check the other video for Pikachu drawing, they will just input this part to this part with a value. But actually, there's no need for you to create your own parameter. The information here is like more than enough. So this is a circle. It's going to be an arc with a radius of 30, and this arc is going to tangent to this one. So actually, it's better if you do it like this. Use the offset function, and you offset it internally for 20. Okay, so and then this point, the center of this arc is this point, and it's 35 from the middle. So I need to offset it. We are the offset value 35. Come here. Okay, so this is your point for your arc. But for easier, I'm just stick with circles. I'm gonna stick with circles and just 20. So yeah, your arc is somewhere like from here to here, and then somewhere around here you need to connect it back down to this point. Okay, so this one done. Delete any construction line, then we're not going to use it. Just delete it. Just mirroring. You want to erase the source object, just click no. All right. So next we're going to focus at this part. There's one more here. It's going to be start at this point and then end somewhere around here, which is tangent to this circle. So how are we going to do it? You can just use anyone. Okay, so this is my starting point. And because I don't really have a point here, or if it's really showing, but just in case if it didn't show for you, I will just do it like if I didn't have the tangent line, let's say, I just put it somewhere around here. Or I start from top to this point. Okay, so where's the radius? It's 150. 150. Okay, so I need to use the parametric, which is the constraint, to tangent this line, this arc to these circles. Let's try to tangent it. So this is your first object, and the second object should be following your first object. Okay, so we move like this. This means I need to make another constraint, this point and this point. Okay, so in this case, you see that it's actually moving. So why not we just undo it? Go back to this one. We need to lock this circle so that it stay at this point. The center stay at this point, and then give a constraint at its radius as well, diameter, so that it doesn't change. Enter. Can we do it again? Select first object. Object still move. What if I just directly do this? Okay, so actually it's done, but you just need to move on using the extend and extend this line. You extend all the way up to the tangent part. Okay, so this is how we. From the start. Okay, so hello, I think someone is unmute his. Hi, Samuel, are you there? Okay, I just try to. Okay, see. Okay, so if any question, you can use the chat box, so I will try to check it. Okay, so where's the question by Maynard Oliver? Okay. So I'm not going to draw it from the scratch. Okay, we're going to start our drawing at this point. Okay, so we're going to start our drawing at these 2 points, and then you give it a value of 100. The distance between these two circles is 100, and then you move on to creating the circle. The dimension, all the dimensions given in this drawing file. I just attach it inside. You can just paste on it, and after that, you move done with these circles. Then we're going to draw this bottom part of the Pikachu face. They just give a sequence, and you can try to figure out how to do this. Okay. And this one I created this one using these circles. tangent radius, where you select these two circles and give the radius. Move on, we're going to create this one by making a construction line. To make a construction line. Okay, the construction line 22 from the mid center of this circle, and then it's going to be 60 from the center of the Pikachu face. Okay, so make sure you create your construction line for you to do the drawing. Okay, so move on, you're going to find the location of this art over here. Okay, this will be tricky a bit. I recommend you to watch back the video later. It's a recording video, and we're going to post it on YouTube. If you have any questions on, you just comment under the YouTube video. So I will just move on first. Okay, so just mirroring this part. Okay, I'm going to trim the other line that I'm not going to use. Right, so basically you already have the face of the Pikachu, and I'll try to draw the ear of the Pikachu. I need to check using the, going to use rectangle to be my construction line. And this, so check the rating is 80 from the middle. Just use the offset, give it a value 80. And then it's 101. 101 is always refer to this line and this line. Yeah. Okay, 100 and oh, I think the wrong. Yeah, this one need to redraw it. This should be, because I start from scratch, this should be at 85. So yeah. Okay, so just use the move button. Move it. Then over this, I need to redraw a bit so I can get the correct picture. So here you just need to give it a 20, offset it. Then offset it from the center so I can get my second point. 35. And the radius of 20. Okay. Right. So this I'm going to delete the construction line, this one, and come back to this part again using this one from the top. So, and now tangent point is not showing, then we do it like this. Give it a radius of 150. Then going to go to this parametric, lock this one and this radius as well. Click enter. Okay. Select your circles and then tangent. And in the end, just extend it. Okay. So the rest will just be trimming and mirror. Now go back to the ear again and going to create the finally this one should be accurate. So going to be 80. This is my construction line. I'm using do it again. So rectangle 80 step 101 enter. This is my first point. Let's move to the second point. Going to just stick with offset. This is 130. divided by 2 is going to be the next one. This is 40. So kind of laggy my printer. So we already have our first art. Point for our first art is going to be a art with a radius of 40. We have the starting point and the end point. Then you can start choose your start at another point with a radius 40. Then move on. This part 40 as well. Okay. So delete this one. These two just delete. Already done. Okay, so now move on to this part. Have a radius of 160. The position is 70 from the center. We're going to use offset again. 70. This point is 65. Yeah. Okay. Now going to just use this art. What is the radius? 160. So until this step, you basically already done the faces. Means that the outer layer one, the external part, and the here you just use this mirror function, and then select your reference point. Okay, so is it clear? So if no question, then move on to the next one. This is will be drawing the eyes, and there will be consist of 2 circles, and we need to determine its position, the position of the center point. Okay, I will be continue using the rectangle as my construction line because it's much more easier. And the first one is going to be 34, the bigger one, the bigger circles, 34 and 30. Enter. And move to the second circle, which is the smaller one. It's going to be 31, and the X position is and the Y position is 34. Let's this anchor, enter, and then got it point. So these 2 points will be our center point. So for the bigger one, it has a radius of diameter of 20, so radius of 10. And the next one, or you just pick center diameter, and then diameter 8, enter. So this is the eyes for Pikachu. Now I'm going to continue delete the rectangle since I'm not going to use it anymore, and mirror the eyes. Select your object, click enter, select your reference line. No. Okay, move on to the nose. The nose is right below the eyes of Pikachu, so you can just draw a line, and you will be able to determine where is this point. Okay, this nose is going to be a rectangle. It's a 7 and 5, and then you make a triangle inside. Okay, so we're going to create a rectangle first. 7, 5. Rectangle. First option we have is pick rectangles, and then we're going to type C. Then for center, and you always start at the center. Okay, and to move this a bit. Okay, rectangle. Can you see? We have this function. Okay, so no choice, I have to find this point first and then draw it from top. So this 3.5, you can make a line first. Got here 3.5. Only then we will use the rectangles. Then create a 1, this is 7 and 5. continue. This line you can delete it. Then we will draw the triangle, which is the mouth of Pikachu. The nose of Pikachu. Okay, and the rest is just fillet. We give a fillet of radius 1. So where's fillet? It's right here, and then we need to type R, enter. You will be able to change the radius and type 1. Then you can continue to give it fillet like this. Okay, done. Now we're going to move to the last part, which is the mouth. It's 9 from the top of the nose to this part. Let's just offset 9. Set this line. Okay. Or easier, so that I doesn't need to use the offset. Doesn't need to use expand. Just use the rectangle as well. 45 and 9. No, 45. I need to divide by 2, so it's going to be 22.5. 22.5. Step 9. Okay. Now we're going to we need to draw an arc from this point to this point, and it has a radius of 15. Just select start end radius and give it 15. Okay. So last one more. So the other part is mirror, and one more is this one is actually a ellipse. So we need to find the point. Use the center because I already have the center point, and make sure it's 90. This one is 90, and then tab has a y-axis of 30, and then click OK, and the x-axis of 15. Okay. Then we just stick with the mirroring. Mirror the other part. Don't erase, and trimming. Okay, so I think I have covered all the lines, art, circles in this drawing, and we can delete this construction line. Doesn't need it anymore. Okay, so this is how we draw a Pikachu used from this drawing. The information here is actually very sufficient. If you didn't able to draw certain part, it's better if you check back the YouTube video later. Okay, so now if you want to give it some color, you can always click here, hatching. Okay, so like it good, and you can give her colors. Pikachu have a yellow color, right? So okay, just give it. Okay, make sure it's solid colors, not this angle. Select solid, and you can give it some colors. So when you're done with this yellow, then click, and then continue with the other colors. Read, read, read. Then enter. Move on to the black colors. So I believe everyone knows what the Pikachu looks like. So this color. And the last one is the eyes. One more for this. White one. White. Oh, because I changed color just now. So it's okay. So basically how you draw a Pikachu using AutoCAD, and you give it some color using the hatching features. So if you have any question later on, okay, okay. So let's say you have any question later on of these terms, you can always go to our website. We have a website like Acad Systems. Click it and drag it all the way down. Let it look. These are our websites. We are the Autodesk Go partner, and you need to drag all the way down, scroll. Over here, you can check the other details for our free online lessons. So I'm going to ignore it for now. Scroll the way down. There's a link for our YouTube channels. You click it, it will redirect you to our YouTube channels with the name Acad System Sdn Berhad. Every single free online lesson video is recorded and we will post it on these channels like in a day. So maybe tomorrow you can check back this channel and you will see the today video in these channels. Okay. So if you have questions, just comment down the video. So let's say this one, you can just play it and go to the comment section and ask your question. All right. We will try to reply and as fast as possible. All right. And the drawing is right here. You can check back the video and screenshot it and try it on your own using AutoCAD. So do we have any questions so far? If no questions, or you have question after that, just comment under the YouTube video in our channel. All right. So I think that's the end of our video today, free online lessons. And thank you for making time to join these free online lessons, and I'll see you in our next video. Thank you.